Poza rządem. Program o organizacjach pozarządowych.
Good evening, hello everyone, it's Irmina from STRIM, from the STRIM Association. Every month we meet here to discuss during the program EVS Streaming Live. I invite EVS volunteers and we try to reflect on different things related to their life, to our life, to compare our experience. And today I want to invite you to the talk, to the discovering of the topic of creativity. What exactly does it mean? What it means for my guests? And tonight I have a pleasure to introduce you my guests, who are...
Hello, I'm Edizano, I'm from Albania. I hope someone is listening to us. Hello there.
And I'm Sophie, I'm from Germany, and we are both working in kindergartens, right?
Yeah, we are doing EVS volunteering, right.
Okay. And you guys working together in the same kindergarten or different?
No, different ones.
Yeah, actually we work in different places, and I have a lot of work which is including also kindergarten and gymnasium.
Okay, and you, Sophie? You work in the kindergarten, right?
Yeah, just with really cute 5-year-old kids.
Okay.
Really nice.
And tell me, just to break the ice on the beginning, is it your first time on the radio, or at least first time in Poland?
No, I mean, for me, it's the first time on the radio, actually in Poland and everywhere, and it seems very nice. I mean, it's good to have you as a host here, and it looks like a very cozy place, this radio.
Thank you. And you, Sophie?
I was on TV.
All right.
But I think I prefer radio because you can see, you can just hear. It's nice.
Great. I hope you guys are not going to be too stressed. We have just, let's say, 1 hour to try to discuss all this topic, which I think, and as we discussed before, it's quite huge. So maybe I would already start and go to the point. When I was preparing myself to this topic, I found a very simple and I think nice definition of what the creativity is. And I wanted to ask you to tell me if you would agree with that. And it goes like this. The creativity is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. And if you can tell me how far, till what extent you would agree with that definition, or maybe you want to add something.
Well, for me, I think that the definition is quite correct, but I would only add that for a person to be creative, it's not necessary that the person actually has the idea, but this creative person might have a way how to achieve this goal or finds the solution to the goal. So it might depend that someone has some really great idea, but he doesn't have a way how to solve or how to bring it to reality. And that's the moment where creative people come and they find some weird ways, some new ways, something never experienced before.
Sophie?
Yeah, for me, creativity is creating something new and being original. But I was surprised with the definition that said turning in ideas into reality, because I never thought about that. For me, creativity was just being in a flow and creating something different.
Okay, more like a concept, like something what happens, let's say, in your imagination, and that's enough, without maybe these ideas to be realized, yes?
Yeah, not that concrete.
All right. And I really wonder, as you are coming from different countries, so just to remind, Edizano is from Albania and Sophie is from Germany, I'm really curious how you can you translate this word creativity into your languages?
Well, in my language it almost sounds the same, so it's Kreativität.
Okay.
Oh, in German it's Kreativität.
Okay,
well,
so
national, who knows?
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
come on, between Albanian and German, that's exactly the same word, just the accent is different,
I think
right?
I like Albanian language.
Really? I think I like it too, who knows?
Can you say it again in Albanian
Kreativität.
and in German?
Kreativität.
I like it, the German.
Guys, it's the same. Kreatywność in my language, which, yeah, it's a bit
just
different.
the ending.
Nice. And also one of the first thought I had when I was thinking about the creativity, there is this very simple idea, the exercise you can get, let's say sometimes you meet this exercise when you're trying to like apply for a job, or maybe when you are a student at school. And I wanted to propose it to you. And let's see how you will, I want to challenge you. Are we able, and can we think now, let's say 3 of us, of some like, let's say creative, unusual uses of what kind of object do you want to choose? Of the cup, because
A cup.
We
Yeah.
have a cup here. It's easy to.
This coffee cup or this water cup?
this water cup, exactly this one, like our listeners cannot see, but we are drinking water, and they are just these random cups. So, okay, my mind is empty, but maybe there is something which comes to you, like what can be the alternative use of the cup?
Yeah, for example, this water cup, we can use it for coffee or maybe for tea, it's not that creative, but it has a lot of uses,
Of course, but that's something normal. You could put a plant in it. But I was kind of thinking to make it like a head. But it's too small.
Cup head.
Maybe a cat head.
Oh,
a cup
yeah,
cat,
yeah, yeah.
A cup
I love
cat
it.
head, and then
Yes.
we have a hit on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah, but now that we said it on radio, they're gonna steal our idea, so... Oh my god!
but I really loved it. Like, of course, also you can plant something because you can drink tea or something, but that's, let's say, the base. But then if you imagine a cat wearing a helmet made from this cup, it could be kind of interesting. Something more, because my mind is super...
I think the way
blurred.
that the creative person thinks, probably it would take this cup. Okay, I'm not gonna demonstrate here right now, but the creative person would take the cup and smash it on the floor
That's
to
what
pieces,
I thought also, yeah.
and just take a picture of it in some weird angle and make a photo, and then he becomes someone popular. Who knows? But
Yeah.
this contemporary art thing.
Okay.
You
so,
could make like a bracelet if you cut the bottom.
Yeah.
But
It's really nice.
be careful not to cut yourself with it, It might
Then
be
you can
dangerous.
put something around.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks nice, but these all cups, they just write tea in that, so I don't know. I'm drinking water, but I hope it's fine.
For a moment, I think we don't have to realize all the ideas you've had, but I'm actually quite shocked and surprised. You did manage to be like totally creative at this moment. Nothing comes to my mind besides drinking water from the cup I have here. So, bravo for you. And I wanted to ask you if you can think about the last creative thing you've done. I don't know, the way you woke up today, or the way you did something other people don't do.
Well, if it would be for the latest thing that I'm doing creative, it might be this radio actually, since we are talking about creativity and we just did an exercise here, so we actually gave some ideas how to be creative with a cup, But actually, before this radio hosting, I would just be painting some stuff with my kids at my school. So I would do some outlines of the Starry Night of Van Gogh, and then I would let them paint it in a different way rather than Van Gogh. And I'm really amazed what came up.
Okay,
It
what
was
was the
something
result?
original and authentic. So mostly it's like doing this like with my kids. drawing.
Okay, that's interesting. Like, it's a very interesting thread that's actually what is happening in your work here. So it's like related to your project very much, right? This kind of stuff. And for you, Sophie, something at work,
Something in the kitchen.
something in the kitchen. Okay,
No,
what did you do?
It's more improvisation, but my friends are here at the moment, so we cook a lot. And they came to Poland like, we have to eat beetroot. Beetroot? Burak?
Yes, buraki. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, we have a lot of fun in the kitchen because we don't have everything and we are really spontaneous, putting everything in we find.
Okay, then you really, you have to be creative about, if you are missing some tools, right,
Yeah.
in the kitchen, you really need to be creative. Like
And it looks really nice, this cup.
Yeah, and actually everything is allowed when you try to be creative. For example, me and my roommate, we were trying to open a bottle of wine, but we didn't happen to have this tool, weirdly. And so after some consultation and many other tries, we found this shoe method. So we were actually using a shoe to open a bottle of wine.
a shoe.
A shoe,
All right.
I mean, you cannot imagine how it can happen, but actually it was the only way how it succeeded. So you just would put the bottom of the bottle in the shoe and then smash it on the wall, and so the pressure would put the cup
yeah,
away.
and-
My God, I was surprised myself either,
Hey, we needed once 45 minutes to open a wine bottle because we were nowhere.
Because you didn't know about the shoe concept.
No,
Now
we
you
knew,
know.
we knew.
Okay.
But we were so afraid because it was concrete to break the bottle.
Yeah, I mean, also this is what a creative person would do. It would be like, let's break the top of it, anyway, whatever. But it might be dangerous.
It's like, don't do it at home. But you...
Nie wolno.
Nie wolno, nie wolno. That's interesting. So I think that creativity sometimes is just the matter of the need, right? You are really in need and you have to find the solution. So, it's just like we are forced to do this. And I wanted to ask you, going back to what Eddie, you started to say, that you have this opportunity to create the situation where other people are creative. They are an artist for a certain time and stuff like this. So I wanted to ask you about your work here. Actually, you already answered this question, but maybe you can still say something more. And then Sophie, is it like your work, your stay here, does it ask you to be, demands from you to be creative? Like working with children?
For me personally, I never know what's gonna go in front of me or what's coming at me. So usually it's like I just come in this situation where a kid either wants to draw, either wants to dance, or either wants to sing. So I have to be creative and adapt to it. Mostly it's very hard when they are singing in Polish, but still I try. When I get the verses in paper, I try. So it's usually depends, but as you said before, it's like a moment where you need to find a solution or a way out of something or into something. And for example, the pressure before a situation really helps people become creative,
Yeah, I totally agree.
I mean, yeah, people in a lot of pressure or danger, they just run away, but still that's creative, that can save your life,
Yeah.
But in other situation, you are just trying to find the best way how to perform something and how to do well with it,
Nice. How do you see your work, Sophie?
Of course, they do plastic work, songs, so they have a lot of creative things that they do, and kids are really creative. Sometimes they all draw the same, so when I sat there and I started drawing something, then suddenly all around me was what I drew, but still there are so many different versions. And if they were at the theater, for example, and they have to draw something, it's amazing. I really enjoy all the pictures of the children.
Nice. And what about yourself? Do you have this kind of there are, let's say, some fields in your life where you really try, you feel like doing things a bit different? And here I mean the way you look, you dress, or the food you eat, your own way, this kind of things. Or the way of traveling. Do you have small things which are particular about yourself?
For the looks or the things I wear, I hope it's normal, nothing hipster or something like that, it's I like the way it is, but mostly it's something casual. But where I try to be creative, and I've been trying for many years actually, it's about writing. And so I started writing some years ago, poetry, and what I tried to do there was I was trying to be creative, so I decided to write in free verses and to develop my style. But actually there is always a point from where you start liking something, enjoying something, and then you start being creative. So we can try to be creative, but mostly it's also influenced by some other stuff that it's happening in the world, like an artist, a famous artist, or a movie that inspired you, or maybe even a life event, tragic or neither tragic, but mostly it's like this. For me, I just found myself at writing to be creative.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know before.
Yeah, I can
that
show you some stuff
yourself
later,
But is it in Albanian or in Polish?
I've been writing in many languages actually.
Okay.
I started writing in English, but when I became aware of that, I thought that it was a problem, because writing in Albania it's more personal. So then I have in English, Albanian, and also in French.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Do you write, Sophie?
No, I try to write diary, but I don't. Yes.
Scary to write a diary or something?
No, I don't take my time to do it. I did when I was younger, But what's like creative on me? People say my style, and
yes,
my
it is.
flatmates always joke about me what I cook, but it's not on purpose. It's just
you.
yes, I go secondhand shopping because it's cheaper, and I buy carrots because they are healthy. Like, but
So that's your like particular thing that you like carrots.
no.
Are you creative about
particular
carrots?
thing is
Do
that
you
I-
cook everything from carrots? That would be quite
Yeah,
interesting.
probably that's how you can say it.
That's healthy.
That's totally healthy, but just to be precise, carrots for the breakfast and lunch and dinner?
No,
Different ways of preparing the carrots?
just lunch and dinner.
Okay,
Sometimes I eat something else.
nice.
So carrots, do it at home. Yeah,
Yeah,
But mix it.
yeah, of course. Not only carrots.
Yes, that's important.
okay, carrots. Yeah, actually, if you are that much keen on carrots, that would be interesting to know. You should have a lot of recipes and like, you know,
No, I don't
experiments.
have any recipes. I just
You're
put
just
everything
creative.
in.
You
I
come to the
find-
kitchen, you find your carrots, and there is something. Okay, I want to be. We don't have to continue this topic. I just want to be invited for dinner once. You can do it for me. It would be interesting, right? I'm vegetarian, so I totally opt for carrots.
Okay.
This topic
Cool.
is making me hungry. So you have to
All right,
invite us.
and that's something. Okay, now I can like. Yeah, that's a good point you said, because now I had in my mind to ask you about something like really related to Albania, to your background, and also like the discussion and the focus on meat. For me, it's something I can say somehow Albanian, because when I was there, people were always asking me why don't I eat meat? Maybe I'm sick or something, and the meat was like everywhere, and I knew that it's really great and stuff like this. So, okay, but going back to the topic about the creativity, if you could think and tell us, like from your experience, do you see some like fields in life in which you think like people back in your country, they are like kind of creative, like how people manage with some everyday problems and so on?
Well, mostly I don't think it's probably a lazy feature for the people to find a shortcut to a problem or to do something, you know, but as I see it, Albanians are mostly trying to find the fastest way to do something. But for me, I think that's very creative, you know, because they will find a way how to do something which was never done probably before, because they are trying always faster and faster to do something. But for example, there is this new sensation in Albania actually that is becoming somehow popular. A group from my hometown, they are playing this traditional instrument, and they fixed this traditional instrument which is called chifteli, and so they fixed it in a way so they can play also classical music. And when I heard it, I was so amazing, you know. There are kids who are playing this instrument even 10 years old or 12 years old. So I think that's very creative, you know, bringing classical music into this era with a traditional instrument. It's
Okay, wow, I'm really amazed. Like because like some first thing which came to my mind, it was I really thought like you will say like, oh yeah, the way the people, let's say, build something out of some like left like trash or something like this, because I've seen like very particular like kind of vehicles, or the way how the like, let's say, the electricity cables are arranged around the city. Like actually I think there is like quite a lot to observe, even from very simple things. And about this, what you've said, I had no idea, and that's like totally amazing if people really do it.
Yeah, with the cables, even with those cables which are like a spider net or something
Yes.
over my capital, I think even that it's creative, because
It is.
these people who are doing these lines and stuff, they don't have a proper system. I mean, the government is not offering them a proper system, so they just found a way like, how can we do it? At least
Yeah.
how can we do it?
And they do it, they have it, right?
And you like it, you know, for a reason.
Very photogenic, let's say. Okay, I just wanted to invite you so we can have like a short music break, and then we will continue our discussion about creativity, Albania, Germany, Poland, and all our feelings related to that. And we are going to listen the song by a virtual friend, and I guess it will be Paris la nuit, but I'm not sure.